a little trip with me, and hopefully you can see how the hood, suburbs, and Main Street are all connected, not respected. I mean, we network across the globe, cause it's a global market in case you didn't know. And since we all about information flow, let me be the first one to welcome you to Tech Zone with Paul Amadeus Lane. Let's talk tech, cause technology changing the game. It's all good in the hood, it's everywhere. Now let's get to the show, cause we live on air, yeah.
Hello and welcome to this edition of the Tech Zone. I am Paul Amadeus Lane, your czar of technology, and I'm so happy you decided to come spend a little time with me today on the show. On our show, we're going to be talking about tech events. One that just recently passed, and another one that's going to continue until the culmination of one of the biggest tech events in the world in January. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. Remember, you can always connect with me, paulamadeouslane.com. You can check out some of the old shows. You can communicate with me via social media. That's the best way to do it, paulamadeouslane.com. Well, to start our show off, we have some FCC news, especially when it comes to technology. Well, the Federal Communications Commission is planning to vote on new technology standards for the next generation TV standards in November. What does this mean? Well, it means providing better geolocation options, especially when it comes to emergency broadcasting. If there's something going on in your area and you need to know maybe to evacuate. Remember, in the past, it was the emergency broadcast system. Remember, you would be watching TV and say, this is a test of the emergency broadcast system. Remember that? Then when everything went to digital, it was the emergency alert system. But now, since there's a lot of streaming and everyone watching content online, we want to make sure that if an emergency happens, that we are being communicated to get out of Dodge or to take cover or whatever. Well, they're going to vote on that on November 16th. And some people have some type of, concerns. Because with this, a lot of people are concerned about their privacy. They'll know where you're at all times, so they can know to give you an alert. So this is going to be very, very interesting, and you can see the benefits of it as well too. Let's say that you are, streaming something on your device, you're not home, another state. Wouldn't it be nice to know if that state is under an emergency situation and you need to take action and take cover? So I definitely see both sides of the argument. Those who maybe are concerned about different type of privacy issues and those who want to be aware of what's going on. But one thing that the FCC will not be voting on is net neutrality. A lot of people thought that they will be voting on net neutrality in November, around the 15th, I believe. But they're not going to tackle that right now. So I will keep you posted on what's going on with net neutrality. I'm going to do a whole show on net neutrality and what it means for you and I. But before we take our first break, I want to take the time to share a little story with you. It was 2008, I'm sorry. I was just handed over the reins of hosting the morning show for an NBC radio station that I was working for at the time. And it was, how can I put it? It was a surprise because in 2009, I was going to retire from radio and take a reduced role and do a lot of behind the scenes actions for in the radio realm. But the owner came to me, gave me a call and said, hey, the regular host is going away. We want you to do it on a temporary basis. So, I decided to do that. But a couple of months later, I was told that I would be the permanent host. So what I wanted to do was to really make the show the way I wanted it to be, because the guy who had it before, he was kind of like old school. Nothing wrong with being old school, but he and I were from different generations. I wanted to make it fun. I wanted to make it, engaging, exciting. So one of the things I wanted to do was to cover the Consumer Electronic Show live. So I told the owner, I said, hey, I want to do this. I have an opportunity to do this. I emailed the folks over at Consumer Technology Association and say, hey, what do I have to do to broadcast live at CES? So Tara Dunyan, she was the person at the time. She put me in contact with the person who oversaw that, Wendy Gorman. And I miss Wendy. Wendy's an amazing person, and wish her the best. I know she's working in other realms, so just want to give props to Wendy. But to get back to the story, I didn't know what I was doing at CES. I remember they told me, hey, we'll have an ISDN for you. Everything will be set up. We have microphones and everything. So I'm like, are you sure? So what I did was I bought our Comrex. Now, some people in the radio world or television world know what a Comrex is. So I bought our Comrex just in case. And when I got to CES, everything was set up, ISDN, mics, you name it. So I was good to go. But now I was like, okay, who am I going to interview while I'm here? So I went up to the press room and I met this gentleman, older gentleman. He said, let me give you my card. If you want me to come down and be a talent for you to interview, you can count on me. I got his card. He came down. He showed up. Excellent segment. And the rest is history. He and I made sure that we had our chat each year at CES. I'm talking about CES spokesperson Jim Barry. Jim was a person that I've known for several years, and I loved him to death. I mean, he was just a wonderful person. And Jim passed away last week at the age of 71. And my heart, my prayers go to his family as they deal with his loss, as well as my family over at the Consumer Technology Association too. Jim was an amazing talent. He was bright when it came to tech, knew everything. I would throw hard questions at Jim and he would know it right off the bat. And Jim will definitely be missed. All right. Well, let's get the show on the road. When we get back, the aforementioned tech event that we will discuss is the Black Enterprise Magazine Tech Connects Summit that took place in Silicon Valley. Had an opportunity to catch up with one of the bright minds from Black Enterprise when it comes to digital, tech, and all kind of news. So when I get back, you'll be able to check out the conversation I'll have here. We'll be right back right after these messages.